and welcome to today's bike ride. It's Saturday, March the 12th, maybe 12th. It's a really cold day. It's really after all the snow that we had on Friday. Well, I don't think we had much snow in the southeast, but people up north had a lot of snow. But it's still cold down here. It's a really clear day, the sun's out, but it's pretty cold. So I've got an extra layer on today, just keep it a bit warmer. So I want to finish off my previous ride to the Crab and Winkle and to Whitstable, and unfortunately I got a puncture on my way home. It's probably about 3 miles from home, and I thought I had all the kit with me. I had a puncture repair kit, had the tyre levers, and when I checked the pump, it had the wrong valve on it, the wrong valve fitting, a mountain bike Schrader, and the pump was pressed there. So I was a bit annoyed. So I pushed it home for a couple of miles. This wasn't a problem, it's just a bit annoying. And when I looked, it's just a tiny thorn had gone through the tyre. So yeah, tiny thorn. So the tyres that I've got are supposed to be Kevlar reinforced. That didn't do much. So I've put some slime in the tyres now. It's not a big puncture that I'm getting, it's just small thorns that are causing the problem. Hopefully the slime will sort that issue out. It's supposed to be good up to holes of 3mm. So I'm also going to get another pump as well. Take that with me. That was hugely annoying. Anyway, today's bike ride is just really to get out and do some cycling. I've got a new bit of kit. I got some Shimano M324 dual-sided pedals, and I've got some cycling shoes with cleats. So today I'm going to test them out and see if I feel comfortable with them. If you want to know, yes, I have already fallen off into the middle of the road while I was testing them out. But after a while you get a bit more comfortable with them, a bit more confident, and you realise you've got to think a bit. You've got to unclip yourself when you know you're going to stop, kind of anticipate it a little bit rather than stop and then realise you're locked in and fall over. They take a bit of getting used to, but I'm comfortable with them at the moment. So it goes. I'm on my road bike again, the Chinelli. So just to kind of go through Garling's Green, my usual route, and yeah, short route today I think, because Is it so cold? Oh, it's so good. Maybe we'll take it further. Right. It's a lovely clear day. Pretty spring-like. I say it's really cold. But once you get going, once you get out of the house and get going, hit the first hill, and I'm usually fine after that. Build a little bit of heat in your body. It's probably about 1 degree today, a bit cold with the wind chill. With decent clothing on, you don't really feel it. This is the first day really, there's been a bit of sunshine for a long time. Probably about 2 weeks now. It's been raining, sleeting for the last couple of days. So not really nice cycling weather. I don't mind being cold, but I don't like being wet. So I'm going to turn left here and head towards Petham and Waltham. So with the cleats on, you definitely feel more at one with the bike. Woo! You are locked in. Just sometimes not feeling confident when you're having to put your feet down and remembering to unlock. But I'm kind of liking it now. It seems to be a bit more power available as well, because you're locked in. All of your energy is going into the pedals instead of moving around on the pedals. That's pretty good so far. So these Shimano M324 pedals are dual-sided pedals. So on one side they've got the cleats or cleats fittings, and on the other side they're flat. So you can use them with any shoes you like. It's quite nice. It's a good idea, and I think they're really specifically designed for MTBs or mountain bikes rather than road bikes. But I quite like the bigger footprint of the pedal. And anyway, the shoes that I've got are, I think they're mountain bike cycling shoes. They're DHB camouflage shoes I got from Wiggle for £12. What a bargain. That's my big worry, is cars. You've got to be, with the cleats on, you really got to be aware about getting your feet out in time. If there's a car coming at a junction or something, you really got to be prepared for that. If you stop, you're going over if you haven't unhooked. So it's just a bit of a learning curve really. Always remember to unhook at least 1 foot. This is a really nice hill. to get you fit and lose weight. It's all fat burn up here. You have to pedal the whole way. It's just a nice gradient. It's not super steep. It's just enough to keep you pedaling. And it's a great test of your stamina. It's good because once you get to the top of here, if you want to go home, or if I want to go home, it's downhill all the way. Whew, another cyclist. Must be getting that time of year. So I've made it to the top of the hill. Cleats feel really good. I'm really happy with them. You've definitely got a little bit more power. Like I say, because your feet are not shifting around on the pedal, so all that energy is going through the crank rather than being lost as you move around. So pretty good so far. So this is a country road. Usually nothing along here, no cars. Usually just horses. I've been along here many times in previous videos. But yeah, it's a good route. It's probably a good 20 miles all in all from my house and back again, which is not bad. When the spring comes in the summer, I'm going to do some longer rides. A friend of mine knows the route all the way down to Folkestone. Again, it's supposed to be all pretty much off the main road, following the cycle tracks. So that's probably more like 30 or 40 miles. So I feel I'm getting up to strength now. Able to do some of these longer rides, which I certainly couldn't do 2 or 3 months ago. If anyone's out there struggling with what is long COVID, and personally myself, I kind of laughed at the idea that something like that might exist, but I think I did have it. I think what you got to do is get yourself out and do some exercise. It certainly helped me. Crossroads, where do we go? Ashford, Y, Sol Street, Crundale. I remember to take my feet down the cleats then before stopping. That was good. So yeah, I might don't mind going to Crundale actually. That's a beautiful ride. And then come back along Y Valley Road. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? One thing I noticed about wearing cleats and cycling shoes is that you've got to put your saddle up at least another inch if you're wearing flats, because there's at least 10 or 15 mil height from the cleats, and then the sole of the shoe is also a lot higher than normal flat shoes. So yeah, you got to put your saddle up, which means that you can't touch the ground. It's harder to touch the ground when you stop as well. It's a double whammy really. You've got to remember the saddle's higher and you're locked in as well. So I'm going to take a left down here, and this goes to Crondale. Looks a bit wet and slippy. I've got to be careful. I think I'm going to take my feet out of the cleats just in case. At least out of one cleat. Guess I've got to stop. See, always a car. At least it stopped. This is a big pothole. This is a little road down into Crondale now. I think there's a hunt on or something. All the Land Rovers are out, horses are around. So it looks like they're doing some sort of hunt. Don't know what for. Don't think they're allowed to hunt anymore. Not for foxes anyway. If you're looking for the idyllic rural English village, and I think Crondale's got to be it. Absolutely beautiful. Let's come past the church. A couple of houses down here. Post houses. No traffic. Beautiful spot. This is a nice little route I found. I was going to head to Godmersham, but I saw this little side lane, took it. That's the first car I've seen in ages. Yeah. Not sure where it goes to. It's a bit hilly. But, oh, look at that hill. Sometimes you need a hill. Oh, this is a big one. So these are my Shimano M324 pedals. You can see on one side they've got clips, and on the other they're flat. And they're dual purpose pedals. All metal construction. So far I'm pretty happy with them. Haven't fallen off yet, apart from the first time I used them back at home. So yeah, pretty good. Once you get used to it, it's quite easy to clip yourself in and out the pedals. It almost becomes second nature. It's just easy. I guess once you've had cleats, you never want to go back to flats, because there are some really good advantages. I've got quite bad knees, and this is forcing me to rotate my knee fully, which is good. This is good for me. It's going to force me to fully exercise my knee joint, rather than before with the flats I could sort of semi-rotate and shift it around on the pedal. If you're locked in, you can't do that. So I'm hoping it'll be good for my knees as well. So I've got to say, I'm very happy with the new cleats, new pedals. I did almost fall off again a few minutes ago. That was my fault. It's going really slow and trying to do a U-turn while I was clipped in. Stopped and just managed to get my clips out before hitting the deck. So it's just a case of getting used to it, I think, and being prepared. Or when you're slowing down, make sure you unclip and only clip in when you're really starting to travel. I like the new seating position. Like I say, you have to increase your saddle height when you use the cleats, so I quite like the higher saddle. A bit more comfortable actually. And it's definitely giving my knee a good exercise as well, keeping it, forcing me to rotate my knee fully rather than to the side, which I was doing with the flats. So yeah, it's not too bad. And the shoes are keeping my feet warmer as well. It's definitely about 0 today. Once you're out of the sun and the wind hitting your feet, by now my toes would be freezing. But these have got a bit more cover on the toes, so definitely keeping my feet warmer. So this might be the way when I'm mountain biking. I'm going to use the flats on the road bike. I'll probably use the cleats from now on. Oh, little sausage dog. Once you're in the cleats, you do feel more together with the bike. You are, of course, you're bound to the bike. And so it just feels a bit more positive, and a positive connection. So I'm happy with them. So I fall off next. So I'm going to mark that down as a success. The cleats, really happy with those, even though I just fell off again, messing around with the camera. Didn't hurt, I just fell into the grass. No big deal. But you just got to be really aware of what you're doing when you stop. Before you stop, unclip yourself. Otherwise you're going down. And a comedy moment in front of everybody. So I think that's it for today. A bit of a short bike ride. Nice route to Crundale and back. Really steep hill. It's a good test for the cleats. I had to stop once. So that's it for today. I'll see you on the next one.